Hello everyone, welcome to another video of mine. It's Kemal AA, and this is another European Super League talking point video for you guys, and some new developments in regards to Chelsea. And there's good news. Obviously there's some good news, but I'll be updating a lot. There's been so many updates since I last made a video yesterday in regards to the British government. Florentino Perez had an interview yesterday evening. Chelsea, all these journalists reporting all the latest information in regards to Chelsea and all the big six, what's going on, look at the implications, the ramifications, what's going to happen if we join the Super League. Is there any way to back out? I'm going to give you guys all the latest snippet, all the latest information in regards to this European Super League. But before I do get into all of it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and without further ado, let's get straight into this video for you guys. Now, of course, it's not a nice matter to talk about. It's not nice because I'm completely against this European Super League, and I've already discussed my reasons as to why. Of course, there are some pros to it, but overall, we know the reasons why this European Super League is being constructed. It's to maximise profits in the short term. It's for greedy owners and investors, not thinking about the wider picture of football. But yeah, I don't want to delve too much into it because I've already given my thoughts, opinions on the matter. I'm here to give you guys the latest updates on the situation. Secondly, I know it's not a nice topic, but it needs to be done. This is the massive hot talking point right now. It really is important for the future of football to speak about it. But yeah, let's get into it now. Of course, some other managers have already had their press conferences. Pep Guardiola, Zinedine Zidane. Of course, we know Florentino Perez had an interview yesterday which broke the news, and he really discussed and delved into details in regards to this European Super League that's going to be constructed. But the main thing is Boris Johnson and the British government. Now, according to various English reports and publications, Boris Johnson is exploring new laws to block the European Super League. The British government, even Prince William, is getting involved now. They're completely against the European Super League. Now, according to the Times, at least one Premier League Big Six is having an emergency internal discussion and meeting on the best way forward, with some of the executives deeply concerned about alienating their fans via the European Super League. That's rumoured to be Chelsea or Man City. At least one of the Big Six Premier League clubs is considering to withdraw from the European Super League after being taken back by the volume of opposition, including their own fans. Now, my guess to this is either going to be between Chelsea or Man City. Here's my reasoning as to why, and I think it's fairly obvious for that. Arsenal, Manchester United and Liverpool, all backed by American groups or American owners, Joel Glazer, Stan Kroenke and John Henry, the FSG group. Arsenal, Manchester United and Liverpool respectively. Now, these guys, they were the guys that really pushed forward with this project. They were the forefront. They were the guys that were really pushing for this project alongside Andrea Agnelli, who's the chairman of Juventus, and Florentino Perez, who's the president of Real Madrid. They were the forefront of this. Bayern Munich, PSG, Porto, Dortmund have all confirmed they will not be joining the European Super League. However, every single Big Six Premier League club has decided to join. Now, it can't be any of those three. So then you're left with three clubs, Chelsea, Man City or Tottenham. Tottenham are also backed by an American ownership. It could potentially be them, but don't forget Spurs have a stadium to pay off. They haven't got the funds to, essentially invest for transfers or still pay off their stadium and pay off the investors and shareholders. So therefore, they're in urgent need of money. Don't forget, they've still borrowed millions and multi-millions from the Bank of England. So they're in desperate need of a cash injection. And so I'll be very surprised if Tottenham are looking to back out. So for me, it's between two clubs, Chelsea, Man City. And according to various reports, these two clubs are reluctant to even join in the first place, which makes me slightly proud, but at the same time disappointed that we still went ahead and signed the agreement to become part of the European Super League. Now, it's between Chelsea and Man City. One of those clubs want to back out. According to the report, Chelsea and Man City want to make a U-turn and want to back out of this agreement and go back to how everything was. However, there's some legal problems there because they've already signed the contract. Major reports have come out that all the European Super clubs, the 12 clubs currently involved, have all signed a 23-year contract. This means they can't back out. You've already put the signature on the paper, on the dotted line. It's done. There's nothing you can do. Even Perez said in an interview yesterday, the signatures have been done. It's a binding agreement. It's finished. They can't do anything about it. If in an event that Chelsea or Man City try to back out, there would be legal ramifications, right? That means that Florentino Perez, the chairman of the founder of the European Super League, could then sue Chelsea or Man City for trying to back out. And we're not talking millions, we are talking billions. And that could essentially bankrupt either Chelsea or Man City. And it could have huge ramifications for decades to come. So there's so much legal problems at the minute. Boris Johnson on the European Super League then said we should drop a legislative bomb to stop it, and we should do it now. He said it's imperative. A source close to the breakaway clubs has insisted the reports of cracks starting to appear for Man City and Chelsea that they're reconsidering are nothing more than mischief making, and that the Red Bull alliance remains firm. But as reported elsewhere, we are also hearing suggestions to the contrary. Unclear how easy it would be for any of the six to essentially extract themselves from this if the contracts were signed. Now, there are contrary reports. As I've said, some reports are stating that Chelsea and Man City are reluctant and they want to make a U-turn. However, some other reports are stating they're still united together, they're still happy, and the Chelsea and Man City is still okay to go ahead with, and they don't really care about the bad PR that's coming with it. A source at one of the so-called Big Six Premier League sides to sign up to it has confirmed they have penned a binding agreement to that effect, as I've already mentioned. Super clubs face being sued for billions of pounds if they pull out of the competition. The Super League officials stated the UEFA as a governing body are not listening to the clubs and are monopolising competitive football. The reality is the Champions League is not a commercial success. As I said, this is the problem now, is we're fighting, us as fans, football fans, we are fighting against two evil governing bodies, UEFA and the European Super League officials. Both of them are in bad positions. The UEFA team are obviously going to side with the fans because this is where their pockets are being hurt now. If all these super clubs decided to form this European Super League and essentially leave the Champions League, the match day revenue, the TV money, their essentially profits and revenue will significantly, substantially decrease. It's hurting their pockets. Oh, you're affecting the football. But my issue and my problem is where has UEFA been all these years? Where has UEFA been all these years? Now you decide to take action because your pockets are getting hurt. Where were you all these years where the fans were begging for change for the better of football? For the better of football, UEFA wasn't there. They didn't want to. They were always caring about corruption and lining their pockets. And now someone else, a bigger bully, has come to town and they're lining their pockets. Now, okay, they want to side with the fans. For me, both of these are equally as bad and they're disgraceful. But for us to save football, we have to side with UEFA for now, get rid of this stupid European Super League, and then we can tackle UEFA at a later stage. If you want my personal opinion quickly, I don't think this European Super League is going to go ahead. And I'll give you a big reason as to why. I think it's gone too far, but I think initially these super clubs that come together, these 12 super clubs, are not happy with how the revenue and the money is split in the Champions League. What's happening now is UEFA want to expand the Champions League. As you know, they want to make a new format for 2024 onwards, and they've already confirmed they want to add 4 new teams. They want to have at least 10 games. They want to bring new teams in, and the problem is you're splitting the revenue across. Big clubs are struggling to stay afloat, especially after this COVID pandemic. Real Madrid are in £900 million debt. Barcelona are in £1 billion debt. They want to essentially clear their debt, and they're not getting enough revenue. And their beef is to UEFA is, we want a bigger share, a bigger portion of that because we are the biggest clubs in Europe, which rightfully so. I completely agree with that. For me, the Champions League needs to change. It needs a brand new format. And I think what's going to happen is they're going to come at a compromise. Florentino Perez, Andrea Agnelli, the governing body for the European Super League, and the officials for UEFA are going to come together for a compromise. They're going to find an agreement. They're going to reformat the Champions League, and everything will go back to normal. And they'll put the European Super League in a cupboard, and they'll bring it back out 5-6 years later when another problem comes out. That's going to be a scare. My issue is this has gone too far. This has gone too far, and I'm worried now that potentially this European Super League can go ahead, especially with the fact that all these clubs have already signed an agreement. Our only hope as fans now, we have to unite. At 5:30 today, as I record this video, there is 2 hours until 5:30 p.m. There is going to be a mass protest outside Stamford Bridge. If you are in near Stamford Bridge or London, please go and attend. Safely, with masks, of course, socially distanced. They're going to bring banners, postcards, everything. Of course, don't cause any violence. Don't give damage to team buses, etc. This is supposed to be a mass protest, but it's supposed to be, of course, violence-free. If you're around Stamford Bridge, go and attend the protest. And be protests all over the UK, outside Anfield, Old Trafford, etc. We need to unite as fans. But our only hope is the British government. Our only hope is the British government, the Premier League, UEFA, FIFA. They're all against the European Super League, of course. But the British government, Boris Johnson, is our only hope. They're the ones with the power to stop this, and we need to hope that they're able to do something about this. Otherwise, if this goes ahead, football can genuinely be ruined, and that's what we don't want. And it's a shame, but again, that's the latest updates on the situation. It's been a crazy 24 hours once again. I'm sure it'll be another crazy 24 hours. This is my third video consecutively where I'm making a video on the European Super League, which, listen, it's not something I want, but I'm giving you guys the latest news and information, keeping you guys up to date on the situation. And it's important because football's on the line here. Our passion, our sport, our hobby is on the line here, and we need to save football, and this is our only hope. But that is me wrapping up the news steady video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions. in the comment section below, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.